Welcome, Phil. Great to catch up and see you again live. Conjuring Fate is coming to an end tonight, and with closing this chapter, Alpha Sister was born. As a result, we are going to dive into this transition with the interview. Can you first of all introduce yourself and Conjuring Fate?
Well, I set up Conjuring Fate 18 years ago. That's
nice.
When
long time.
Been a long time. We were going for probably a lot longer than that as another band name, but it's Conjuring Fate, 18 years. It's been me and Tommy the whole time. We've got other people coming in the band since then, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. But we've had ups and downs, good shows, bad shows.
It's life.
It's life. It's been good fun though.
And setting up Conjuring Fate, it was traditional heavy metal passion that you have, I would say, old school metal, correct?
Yes, definitely, yeah. We all like and grew up with bands like Iron Maiden, Saxon, Motorhead, all those kinds of bands. And we've drawn influence from bands like Helloween, some of those European power metal bands. So we try to, we're not anything new, but we're just trying to put our own spin on it. So
I would say you have a little bit Irish. Well, you are Irish, but I mean, when I listen to Conjuring Fate, in a way, it resembles the Irish culture, and I wouldn't say you're the same as Iron Maiden. You are just a different cult. And from being a heavy metal listener, having heard tons of bands, when I saw Conjuring Fate, I was like, "Whoa, this guy's rock! I need to check them out. This is something I haven't ever heard." So I think
thank you.
A bit different than everyone else, making you stand out.
Yeah, no, that's good, thank you.
So talking about founding Conjuring Fate, so you're now the founder of Alpha Sister. So what's different with Alpha Sister, and how are you going to carry on the legacy of Conjuring Fate?
With carrying on the legacy, that's a hard one. Obviously, being one of the main songwriters in Conjuring Fate, musically anyway, me and Steve, and we all wrote something in the band, but so in a sense, musically, I'll be bringing probably some of that guitar sound across into Alpha Sister, but also bringing in some of my old school influences of like Motley Crue and Poison. So I'm going to make a mash of Conjuring Fate, Iron Maiden, Saxon, Motley Crue, Poison, and
you're going to be much more bolder, much more daring, basically.
And we have a female singer, a front woman now. So Hayley. She's going to bring a lot of fire to the performance, I would say. Yeah.
And it would make her stand out, as it will be now a female voice and not a male voice.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I can't wait to hear Alpha Sister, and so far I heard you are going to have a show, correct, soon with Alpha Sister.
Yes, nothing's been announced yet, but we have a fairly big show towards the end of the year. So, I look forward to getting out there with the new band.
Nice.
New band,
Looking
good venue,
forward.
good gig. Yeah.
And I suppose something for the watchers there.
Yeah.
So what's out? Phil is going to be back soon with Alpha Sister at the end of the year with a new show, and hopefully we can capture this too. Phil, let's talk about you being on the guitars. You're also being on guitars on Alpha Sister, and you're quite an excellent one, and very long in the scene, as you mentioned. 18 years, that's whoa. And I believe, being so well known, having such skills, you would have great offers as well for bands to join. So I'm wondering what spoke to you to again forming your own band instead of joining an existing one.
Yeah, I have been asked to join bands in the past.
Which ones?
I don't understand. Well, one band who just did want me to actually join was a band from the north called Roscoe's Rat. Very good band. And I did help them out on guitars.
And as well Maverick.
Yeah, well, I helped Maverick. I wasn't joining them, but I was helping them for a bunch of European shows, yeah. But, what was that question again? What was the question again?
Why are you forming your own
band? Another new band, yeah. Um, it is really hard work, but I think it's easier in the long run because I can choose the right people for the job. I'm for this band. This is my one last. I'm throwing everything at this band. This is my one last try. So I wanted to get a great drummer, a great bass player, another great guitar player who we haven't announced yet. So he's coming soon.
Nice.
And then obviously Hayley is she's got a lot of experience.
Which bits?
Hayley, the singer, she's got.
Yeah, but which bits?
Oh, she played in a band from up north, which she doesn't like mentioning, so I'll not mention them. But she did all the TV shows, you know, like Ireland's Got Talent and
Interesting.
you know, the X Factor, stuff like that.
I was very surprised because there are not so many females out there. I know a good one
Yeah.
like Raven Light, Rebecca.
Yeah,
but,
Rebecca, yeah.
But that's it, like
Yeah.
Rebecca, and we have as well Screamer in Paris, like
Yeah.
Hunter doing amazing as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we have Much in Sickness in Dublin, like. But that's it. We have 3 women in the scene who
Yeah,
were like
yeah.
mentioning it's interesting to see another woman joining the Irish metal scene
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
rocking out. I'm very curious how it will turn out, and so far I know Conjuring Fate Alpha Sister will be something to watch out and to see. We have talked a bit about Conjuring Fate Alpha Sister. So can you tell us how you came up with the name?
The name Alpha Sister. Well, we had the lineup all together, and there was many names. I was looking at a bunch of names, and I just wasn't too sure. But with the likes of Conjuring Fate, no one out there is called Conjuring Fate. You know, it's just those 2 words put together. There's no band called Conjuring Fate, so it's really easy to find us. So I was trying to find a name which made us stand out, and obviously we've got a front woman, so Sister
Yeah, it's
is
very female.
yeah,
the name.
Sister is like it's a slang for sister. It's like alpha sister, like alpha female.
Yes.
So Hayley is going to be our alpha female, hopefully. So she's going to be leading us to victory.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think also the charm of names is when
Yeah.
you pick one, it needs to be stick. And
Yeah.
the first time you told me on Messenger when we were chatting about stuff about Alpha Sister, I didn't hear anything about Alpha Sister, but it stuck with me. So I
Yeah.
think you definitely picked a correct name, as it is so catchy. So even without hearing your music, Alpha
Yeah.
Sister, it's so rememberable. We have talked a bit about offices at the beginning. We have talked about, we know a show is going to happen, but is there a tour going to happen, a single, an album?
Yes, after Conjuring Fate, we will be getting into rehearsals as a proper
Nice.
full band. So we're just going forward. There is a lot of songs there. There will be an album being released next year, 2024. But there will be a single, music videos, and a tour, UK tour. So
Very nice.
we have signed up with a booking agent. So that is still to be announced. So we haven't announced that yet. So I can't even say who it is.
I think we can't have too much spoilers because our viewers will be. We need to keep something.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2, exactly. So yeah, lots of new announcement on the Alpha Sister camp, and we definitely, the Metal Galaxy, are very thrilled to be part of this journey as speaking now, and we hope to connect soon and share more updates on Alpha Sister as well, sharing new music. So yeah, so we talked a bit about band stuff. Let's do something random. Phil, I know you love motorcycles, you love guitars and so on, but what is actually on your bucket list nowadays?
Ooh. Wow.
Don't be too shy.
Bucket list. I don't know. That's a tough question. I would like to do, obviously the band, I would like to get, I've never really had a proper band where it's going out touring, getting really good tours, good bands, and we've always done short tours, like 2 or 3 days, so that's not really much of a bucket list thing, but that's an aim to get a band who can go out there with whatever band, bigger band, and we want to push this as far as possible. So I would like to travel somewhere, like somewhere in Asia. I've always had
Nice.
like Thailand or Vietnam or just anywhere.
Alpha Sister goes Asia.
Yeah,
Awesome.
do it all in one, 2 in 1.
So yeah, so we spoke a bit about band stuff, bucket list. So I wonder, how did you start out being a guitar player, and how did you masters, and any place to grow in your techniques, or are you just happy where you are with your guitar?
Yeah, I first picked up guitar when I was 11 years old. Me and a friend of mine.
Long time ago.
Long time, yeah, and we're lifelong friends. A friend called Rory from where I live, Carrick, where I'm from, Carrick. Yeah, so we tried to form many bands. We put posters on all the lampposts with our phone numbers and trying to get guitar players and.
Any weird messages from girls?
No.
You put your number there.
No, but yeah, it was good fun. So my first band I was 18, and that was like a punky rock band, punky rock pop band.
Self-founded or joined?
No, I joined the band. Yeah, so they needed a guitar player and asked me to join. So.
And then you took it to experience, and you were like, "Let's do my own one, Conjuring Fate."
Yeah. Well, after that band, I actually joined a band with Steve, the guy you were talking to.
Ah.
He's a bass player. We were in a band for a few years.
Which band is that?
That band was called Crimson.
So you got Crimson before?
Conjuring Fate, yeah.
Nice.
And then it was me and Steve, and I sang in that band. So I was on guitar singing.
So you're a singer too?
Little bits, yeah.
So maybe Alpha Sister will have some some male vocals?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah. I want to have some vocals put in there throughout, yeah.
It could be nice to blend in female voices and male voices.
Yeah,
I'm super curious now what your vocals are.
I'll send you something, a link of a song.
Nice! We should share this on the Mad Galaxy. Last question, well, almost last one. Best memory of Conjuring Fate and best achievement? Yeah, we are not making it easy because it's your well one, so we need to be tough.
Well, we've had a lot of great shows over the years. We've early on in our career, we did a short Irish tour with Dragon Force.
Whoa, nice.
So we're just playing some shows with those guys and just hanging around with Dragon Force, sitting like this, Herman Lee, talking to Herman Lee about guitar pedals and guitars. And
maybe that will be the Mad Galaxy in a few years for you. And we will remember this interview as...
So stuff like that was fun, and then just travelling to France to play a couple of festivals in France, driving all around France.
Heavy metal, right?
Yeah. British Steel Festival, yeah.
Exactly.
British Steel, yeah.
Me messing up names.
Yeah, no, all good. But just done so many shows. It's just been so many wee highlights, and then signing the record deal with a German record label, and that
Which
helped.
One?
Pure Steel Records.
Nice.
So that helped get the albums out around Europe and States, Japan, stuff like that. Yeah.
Super nice. And then I'm wondering, how do you feel in general closing off Conjuring Fate and riding off with Alpha Sister?
It's been a long journey with Conjuring Fate. 18 years.
It's like it's child growing up.
Yeah, it feels like you're breaking up with your wife or something like that. It's like it's like a marriage. The band, we'll still all see each other. But as a band, we all had different drives. Everybody wasn't really all in fully at the music point anymore. They had like other things they were maybe more interested in, and maybe the band maybe came second, or third. So it was kind of
sometimes tough choices in the music business.
Yeah. The drummer, he's got arthritis now. His wrists and ankles, so he's not really going to be able to drum for very long. And one of the guys is going to leave the band, so we're going to be down to like 3 members. So we just thought maybe now's the time, while we're not doing too bad, just to
it's a highlight to your career, because the last show I think was supporting Firewind, I would say.
Yeah, we had what was that? That was Firewind.
Just keep it in Firewind.
Yeah, Firewind. Firewind is a good show. We played Firewind then. The British Steel Festival, and
exactly. So it's the highlight of the career. So let's keep it at that. And tonight you're going with the bang with your own farewell show, basically.
Yeah.
So that will be a great night. And thank you so much, Phil. And we look forward for the gig tonight, seeing you to play for one last time. And we look forward for the new stuff at Alpha Sister.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everyone who is watching now for liking, commenting, and sharing. And I want to as well thank Distortion Project for the press invite, for the promotion, and and keep in touch with The Metal Galaxy as more news to come, and keep an eye out on Alpha Sister as new music will be released and gigs soon, and support as well Conjuring Fate as maybe they will be back on States.
You never know, never know.
So I'm giving you the word, Phil, to close up the interview.
I would just want to say thanks for bringing me down for the interview, and
No worries.
also
always a pleasure.
going to supporting the new band, which will take flight in a few months. So end of October, we'll be starting to make tracks.
Nice.
So
We will keep our audience updated. So see you all. Bye.
Peace.